And racing, Glimmers from the inside jumped quickly. Go You Beauty was out pretty well. So was Spotswood and Miss Zoe. Coco Cabana and a Hill of Grace not far away. And the deepest at the moment is Fly By Night. Now Go You Beauty's in front as they start the run out of the straight. 3/4 of a length on Spotswood. Wider out is Coco Cabana. Glimmers on the inside and then Miss Zoe followed by Hill of Grace. Still racing out pretty wide from Sarwatch, Dotteressa. And then Fly By Night. Further back in the field on the inside as Life Goes On. Tributes on her outside and 2 lengths to Kirkstall Lane. Coco Cabana runs to the lead and past the 1800 opens up by more than a length on Go You Beauty. In the third position, 1 3/4 away, Spotswood, a similar gap then to Hill of Grace. Still a trifle wide, then Glimmers on the inside of Miss Zoe. 1 1/2 then to Dotteressa. A length to Sarwatch, 3/4 the outside Fly By Night. 1 1/2 then Life Goes On. 3/4 the outside Tributes and 2 lengths to Kirkstall Lane. Along the back of the track and racing in the direction of the 1400 and Coco Cabana in front, a half length on Go You Beauty. Dotteressa's moved into third spot and is going up in the hunt of the lead. And then comes on the inside Spotswood, Hill of Grace on her outside, about 3 or 4 Miss Zoe. Glimmers the fence and comes Fly By Night. Sarwatch, another length to Life Goes On. Passed by Tributes and 2 to Kirkstall Lane. Jimmy Cassidy has taken Dotteressa to a clear-cut lead. And in the Oaks, they work out of the back straight and Dotteressa 3/4 of a length on Go You Beauty. A length and a half away third, Coco Cabana, followed by Spotswood. Hill of Grace has been forced to cover a good deal of additional leeway. A length and a half to 2 lengths, Miss Zoe. Fly By Night, Glimmers, and then Sarwatch, followed by Tributes, Kirkstall Lane. And Life Goes On, is last of all. Along past the 700, Dotteressa in front. Only a half length or so on Hill of Grace. Spotswood is between them. 2 lengths to Coco Cabana, a half to Miss Zoe. And further out on the track next as they race up to approach the home corner here was Tributes, and just in front of her Fly By Night. Around the corner now. Can Hill of Grace keep going? Dotteressa the inside from Hill of Grace. Spotswood in third position. Then Miss Zoe, Fly By Night, Tributes. And getting a split, Coco Cabana now goes out after and takes over. And at the 200, Coco Cabana. Di goes for home on the Gay Waterhouse filly. Oh, she's home. Coco Cabana has raced away with a winning lead in the Oaks. Tributes battles on, and then Miss Zoe, but Coco Cabana has blitzed them. Coco Cabana from Tributes and Miss Zoe. Fly By Night, Hill of Grace. The race was 2400. She went 28. Followed by Dotteressa, Spotswood, Life Goes On, Kirkstall Lane, Glimmers, Sarwatch. She was an abysmal failure, and tailed off was Go You Beauty.
7 Coco Cabana, 1960, 490. 3 Tributes, 3 even for Miss Zoe, 290.
This combination, RS Dye, G Waterhouse. How far? Coco Cabana. $18.80. We all got off after the other day, didn't we, in the Adrian Knox? But there were excuses. And $18.80 and $4 today. Tributes $3.10 and Miss Zoe has paid $2.70. Raced by the Chloros Syndicate, the Chloros family of racehorses successfully in Sydney for many years. And Coco Cabana by Casual Lies from Cabana, as I say, trained by Gay Waterhouse, Shane Dye aboard. And 2 of the big races today have gone their way. Of course, the Sire's Produce with Assertive Lad, and now Coco Cabana. And of course, Shane riding Tie the Knot for Guy Water in the St Ledger. It's 7, 3 and 4. And the Quinellas 92.70, exact at 234.70, and the trifecta $1,971 neat. And here he is, Raymond Shane Dye aboard Coco Cabana, who absolutely trotted in the Oaks by 3 3/4 lengths, 3/4 second and third, 232.54. The record is 230, so it's been a good gallop. 115.73 for 1200, and the last 600 38.71. Well, do you think there are a few?
Being kept on the move by the Gouch. Of course, she was a sensational late scratching at the gates at Cheltenham for the Lakewood Stud Stakes. Won by Grand Eshezo. Now Siren Songs moves in. Shazoo coming up. And La Zoffany will be the last. They're all in for the 2000. Schweppes Australasian Oaks. Favourite drawn the inside, Grand Eshezo. Already. There's the red light. Lava Lady Fractious. An attendant going in with Snarbill. They're racing, and Grand Eschazo from the inside jumped okay. Morley out fast with Porto Rocker, Epicure. Deeper out to Lear with Forest Express, Lava Lady. Behind those runners then we had Smites' Rivalry on the inside of Snarbill from Vaudior getting back. Then Glenola. Further back Shazoo with Yuma Line. Then Smites' Rivalry, Siren Songs. And a length and a half to La Zophany last of all. Morley in front today, the Kiwi mare, or the Kiwi filly, led by a half to Epicure second. And Craig Williams has put Grand Eschazo, the favourite, into the box seat third. Off the track going forward to Lear. Porto Rocker was next. Smites' Relish next on the inside of Snarbill. Then Forest Express. Vaudior now on the inside of Lava Lady. Shazoo was next. She's a bit deep from Yuma Line. On the inside, Glenola next from Siren Songs. Then Smites' Rivalry. And about 3 to La Zophany last of all as they head towards the 1200. And now Talir whizzed around the outside to take over. So a new leader, Talir in front in the Schweppes Australasian Oaks. Leads by a length to Epicure second. Morley third, the inside. And now Williams away from the inside on Grand Eschazo. He's given the Zabil filly every chance in fourth spot. A length and a half, Smites' Relish on the inside of Porto Rocker. Then Forest Express. Vaudior next on the inside as Shazoo takes off around the outside. Tracked up by Lava Lady. Further back, Snarbill. Siren Songs coming into it from Glenola. Then Yuma Line pulled out deep with also La Zophany. Smites' Rivalry still one of the last. They start to pack up as they run towards the 600 metre mark. On the inside to Lear, now quickly joined by Grand Eschazo, the favourite. She's cruised up 3 deep now to these leaders. Further out on the track was Shazoo. Right behind those runners then was Porto Rocker. Morley dropping out, and further back Forest Express. They're about to turn. Williams went for home on Grand Eschazo. He gave her a dig in the ribs, but Talir going with her on the inside. 2 or 3 away, Morley. Down the outside, starting to run on strongly now was Shazoo. She's putting in strides with Porto Rocker and Yuma Line, but Grand Eschazo burst away. She's home now. Here comes the 4th Australasian Oaks for Lee Friedman, and the first Group 1 for Craig Williams, I believe. Grand Eschazo wins by 2 3/4. Yuma Line a mighty run second. Porto Rocker third. Behind those, Vaudior making late ground with Siren Songs. Further back, La Zophany. Then Talir. Snarbill next from Forest Express, Glenola. Smites' Rivalry, Morley. Then Shazoo. Lava Lady, Epicure. And Smites' Relish last in.
Well, I tell you what, that's a very good horse, that one. Grand Eschazo enjoyed a soft run last start when it scored a very good victory, and now puts 2 on end. And after a soft win last week, it's a soft win as well today. And Lee Friedman takes out another Australasian Oaks. Alrighty. Now, the Gold Coast race number 6 is due pretty soon, isn't it? Here it is. Jane Jetson.
You may have missed it about a half length, and Iron Eyes bounce quickly. Out fast is Sir Boom and showing some speed from the outside. Rembetica heading up towards the front with Blazing Sun getting the lead in the early point. Blazing Sun led on the first turn from Rembetica and Sir Boom. Iron Eyes got up to 4th, 2 further back, another Neptune, the inside Flying Voodoo, 2 to Ushku last of all. Into the back they race at the 1,050 and Blazing Sun. Near the inside, a half length in front of Rembetica, 2 to Sir Boom, 3rd inside, Iron Eyes 4th, 3 further back, another Neptune. He's running 5th at the moment, 2 lengths to Flying Voodoo and outside at Ushku. A good even pace at the 900 metre mark. It's Blazing Sun, a half in front of Rembetica, a length and a half to 2 further back, Sir Boom. On the outside of it, 4th is Iron Eyes, a length and a half further back, another Neptune. Just behind it, a length and a half away is Ushku, and last of all is Flying Voodoo. 650 out down the side. Rembetica serving it up to Blazing Sun, who's now under pressure, the inside horse. Further out on the track now is Iron Eyes and another Neptune. Let's Go and quickly goes up 3 and 4 deep, and he's hit the front. A long way from home, another Neptune. He sprinted to the lead and went for home. 2 lengths, Blazing Sun, Rembetica. Iron Eyes struggling. Ushku pulled out wide and Sir Boom behind them, but he's certainly gone for home. Harris on another Neptune. He's 4 in front around the turn. In second placing, Ushku, followed by Rembetica. Then Sir Boom, but another Neptune at the 200 metre mark. He's 4 in front. Ushku starting to peg him back right down the outside. Another Neptune, 2 in front. Ushku rolling in a little under pressure. Another Neptune in front. Ushku trying hard. Another Neptune got there. Very special win. Another Neptune, a half length to Ushku. 6 away, 3rd in the race is Iron Eyes. Then Sir Boom, and further back Rembetica, Flying Voodoo and Blazing Sun.
Winner 4 Another Neptune, $3.50, $2, 2 Ushku, $2, 8 Ionised, no third.
For Another Neptune, 310, 180, 2 Ushku, 228 Ionised, no third. As we go back out to Exhibition Park, and from Glenmire Supplies, Ian Rickson.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, the Waterland Pace Race 16. We've got the second of Mark Waugh's charges going around. It is the favourite.
Racing this time, front row began nicely. Alpine Express out wide actually beat them out. The Kildare Kid is showing superior speed, linking up with the course proper. He's going to the lead. Spirit of Equus is driving through to be running third, followed by Elite Ted and Banyan Bay. Poetic Duke is next in the centre. One to Cryptavia, Aflac, and then centre force French Raven. Getting back in the field is Make Mine Magic. He's fourth last outside of Stony Grove, then Romanza, and front row is last of all. The Kildare Kid has pulled his way to the lead as they negotiate the first bend at the 850. The Kildare Kid leads by a length on Alpine Express. Elite Ted off the track, moving up to be third, but he is 3 wide. Banyan Bay is the centre. Fifth over on the inside, Spirit of Equus. One to Poetic Duke, followed by Cryptavia. A length to French Raven, followed by Aflac, and then centre force. Well back is Make Mine Magic. He's 4 deep as they approach the home turn, but Collis going forward on him now. He's starting his run. Stony Grove, Romanza next, and then front row. Heading for the judge, 400 metres to go. The Kildare Kid is just in front of Alpine Express. Banyan Bay is dashing to them on the outside, 3 wide, going up to join them. Then Elite Ted. Cryptavia angling for a run over near the inside. Where's Make Mine Magic? He's 6th on the outside, coming after them now. 200 metres to go. Banyan Bay just in front. Cryptavia's coming through in the centre. The Kildare Kid's kicking on the inside. Make Mine Magic, the extreme outside. Boy, look at this filly go, Cryptavia. Cryptavia hit the lead. Make Mine Magic diving at it. Can't get there. Cryptavia first. Make Mine Magic second. Third, the Kildare Kid. Fourth, Banyan Bay in a photo there with Alpine Express and Aflac. They're the 3 in it for the fourth. Next over the line, Elite Ted front row. Further back, Romanza, Poetic Duke. Then centre force, Spirit of Equus. French Raven, who was actually last bar one. Stony Grove pulling up pretty quickly after going over the line.
15 Cryptavia, 490, 210 for Make Mine Magic, 145 is the Kildare Kid, 330. That time Kembler, hand time 111.30.
Okay, good afternoon, Paul Langham, and Paul took you through the racing service. Let's go to Ron Dufficy.
For the AWA All-Age Stakes.
And they're all in. Intergaze out to defend his all-age crown that he won last year from Bonanova, and they're all set. Lights are on and they've come away in a perfect line. Brave Prince, the grey, away quickly. Sunline going forward and Georgie Boy on the fence. Over's been ridden aggressively and Slavonics going up with Zatella. Good race for the front. Sunline outside Georgie Boy. Over's 4 wide. Slavonics 3 out and easing. 1 away is Zatella now. They were followed by Brave Prince. Final Fantasy's well back and on the inside Intergaze last of all. Georgie Boy's rider kicked up Brian York. And at the 1100 metres mark, he leads the way 3/4 on Sunline, 3/4 away over, but he's on a limb. Then Final Fantasy going up in between Slavonic and Brave Prince on the fence. 1 away is Zatella. And Intergaze is back on the inside, last of all at the 900 metres point. It's Georgie Boy in front. Sunline chewing steel on the outside second. 3/4 away over. Final Fantasy the centre, and on the fence Brave Prince. Slavonic behind that group. Intergaze travelling well, but he's on the fence with no room to move just at the moment, and still last of all as they come to the bend Zatella. Sunline is going up, putting a little bit more pressure on Georgie Boy at the 550. 3/4 over, who's had a dreaded run. Slavonic wide, then Final Fantasy, Brave Prince. Intergaze starting to work into the clear. He's 4 out now, starting his run from Zatella. At the foot of the rise, and quickly Sunline had moved up, and oh so easy. She had cantered to the front now from Georgie Boy. Over her nemesis in the Doncaster giving chase. I think it's going to be a different story today. Charles woken up, or really went for the mare now, and at the 150, Sunline, the world champion mare, is racing away. There are no dangers. Georgie Boy's run a great race from over, but Sunline kills them. Wins 4 lengths on the line. Georgie Boy second, over third, then Zatella. They were followed by Brave Prince, Slavonic. Well back in the field, Final Fantasy, and can you believe it, Intergaze has come in last. Just a stroll in the park for Sunline. No real pressure up front. She was outside the speed. And Greg Charles had a lap full of horses. They turned for the judge. He gave her a dig in the ribs, kept her going over the concluding stages, and at 160 and 110 has absolutely blitzed them. Second prize going to Georgie Boy, ridden by Brian York, who's run a very gallant race, and over who had no luck whatsoever from his gate. He was 3 wide with no cover whatsoever, but it made no difference because Sunline, just in a class of her own, and she has won by at least 4 lengths when the judge will call to halt.
Greg Childs must absolutely adore that horse. Riding it, of course, in the Breeders, the Hong Kong Cup, when it ran 7th to Jim and Tonic, but there was still prize money there. The Apollo Stakes, the Coolmore Classic, Doncaster, of course, running 2nd, and today's race are called the All Age Stakes. So there you go. It's been a wonderful season for Sunline. Quite a few people thought that Sunline's bubble might burst today. Oh, no, that didn't. Race 7 at Devonport. And
back, they're off and running. Jumped away pretty well to Angels Grove on the inside, first out from Traffair. Further out on the track, Shattered Love is starting to show some speed when they settle down. Just behind them, Sterling Quartet as they run to the first turn, followed by Fortuna. On the first turn, Angels Grove. In the middle, Traffair the Grey. And on the outside, Shattered Love. They got out about 3 in front now from Plata Aura, quickly up 4th. 1 further back, Sterling Quartet. 2 further back, Fortuna. Further back then, Corchet, followed by Tyrrelise. The inside, Belenchar from Palacelis, Whoopie Ride, and Star Spell. Down the back at the 900-metre mark, Traffair the Grey backs a speed off in front, a half length in advance of Shattered Love. Angels Grove is 3rd, 4th the outside of it, Plata Aura. They're followed by Fortuna deep around the outside of Sterling Quartet. Corchet is racing out wide over on the inside, then Belenchar from Tyrrelise. Whoopie Ride tacking on in the middle. Palacelis to the outside, a length last of all, Star Spell. 600 out there, well bunched here. Traffair just the leader as they come down towards the 500-metre mark. Plata Aura having a crack at it. Further out, Fortuna, and now Corchet starting to join in. It's on the outside, 4 out, followed by Shattered Love dropping out. Alice on the outside, running on fairly well with Whoopie Ride. Fortuna just led on the inside, Plata Aura. Corchet makes a line of 3 a length, Palacelis, and then Whoopie Ride. Corchet took the lead on the turn at the 250 and drew a half length in front of Fortuna. 2 to Palacelis down the middle, Corchet in front at the 100-metre mark. Palacelis coming hard, then further back, Tyrrelise. Palacelis getting to Corchet, and Palacelis a half length on the line, Corchet. 3rd, Tyrrelise. The second horse, Corchet, got a little time on Fortuna, who ran 4th. Then further back in the races, Whoopie Ride from Plata Aura. Further back, Star Spell, followed by Belenchar from Sterling Quartet. Traffair dropped right out from Shattered Love, and Angels Grove is near the tail.
5 Palacelis, $9.60, $3. 6 Corchet, $2. 7 Tyrrelise, $3.30.
At the Gold Coast, the previous Long Neck won, 126.74 the time.
Now, Moonee Valley, that number 5 Palacelis, $8.70 and $3. 6 ran second, and that was Corchet, 180. 7 ran third, Tyrrelise at $3.30.
They're off. Desiree was one of the smartest to commence. Away nicely was the favourite, Conference. Uncle Eric on the inside, then Grey and Gold. Top Weekend improving ground, followed by the twist of T.O. Brave Boy. Hold My Hand hunting around them, then El Zabana, followed by Rosalind's Doctor, Room for a Slew. And then My Cliffhanger and Better Still and Bridal Force of the last pair. Grey and Gold shot to the front down the back. And at the 13.50 opens a length on Top Weekend. 2 Greys leading here. 3rd is Desiree and the twist is running 4th. Then Uncle Eric, Hold My Hand. Conference next racing midfield over T.O. Brave Boy, and further back in the field at this particular stage is Rosalind's Doctor over on the fence, and then El Zabana, Room for a Slew, Better Still, Bridal Force, and last of all is My Cliffhanger. They work their way down the side now, running along past the 9.50, and Grey and Gold freeballing it in front, 3/4 of a length on Top Weekend. Desiree on the inside of the twister, and then Uncle Eric, Hold My Hand. Conference still midfield from T.O. Brave Boy, and then Rosalind's Doctor, El Zabana, Room for a Slew. Better Still is being hard ridden at this point, and then My Cliffhanger and Bridal Force. This is the order. Coming along to the 600 marker in the last here at Royal Randwick, and Grey and Gold in front. Giving back as a great sight. Has been the leader pretty well from the word go. His breaker length Top Weekend. 2 lengths Desiree, parked on the inside of the twister, being tracked by Hold My Hand, and then Rosalind's Doctor, and let's look for Conference. 5 behind him as they straighten up, and Top Weekend race past Grey and Gold. Desiree third to the Twister, and Conference is starting to weave into the open, and on the outside is Room for a Slew, but Top Weekend is drawn clear. 100 to go, Room for a Slew, and Uncle Eric coming home well, and then Desiree, and forget about Conference. Top Weekend still in front. Uncle Eric stride by stride is getting the grey, who is hanging on, and Top Weekend lasts to win it. Uncle Eric second, Room for a Slew third, from Desiree, Rosalind's Doctor, and then came Conference, Bridal Force, Hold My Hand, My Cliffhanger, and then came Grey and Gold wilting out of it from El Zabata, the Twisted T.O. Brave Boy, and Absolute Better Still. Number 8, Top Weekend, has won the last, ridden by Chris Muntz for Gay Waterhouse. What a day for Gay. Top Weekend, best back to beat the favourite, 5.50 and 2.10. Second and third placings, we have no numbers up at this particular stage. They'll be through in just a jiffy. Second will go to Uncle Eric, number 14, at $9.80. And number 3 is officially third as the numbers flash up. Room for a Slew has paid $2.90. The winner, raced by Ms. Downs, Val Smith and Gay Waterhouse, S and Mrs. E. Fisman, D. McKellar and Mrs. B. Lynch, by Snippets from Transparency, improved by 3 runs back from a spill, a 4-year-old Grey Gelding, and Chris Muntz, the winning rider, in 1:52.01. Exotics, Quinella 180, 280, exacta 254.40, and the trifecta $3,070.20. The winning margin was ahead, 1 length second and third. The sectionals 849.07, and the last 600 took 37.72 as we stand by for the full superfecta placings. Here they come. It's 8.14.3, 13.11.1. 8.14.3, 13.11.1, and we'll have news whether that's been won or not in just a moment. And now let's confirm the totes that we have. At favourite, only plugged the last bit. Conference, the winner, number 8, Top Weekend, 5.50 and 2.20. Number 14, second. Uncle Eric, it paid $9.80, and number 3 and third spot, Room for a Slew, paid $2.90. 100.
Racing in the final event, away they go. And one of the best out down to the inside here is Petagina. Normandy began well and is showing some speed when they settle down. And going forward also is Encountering Miss in the early point. It's Normandy from Encountering Miss. And moving up on the outside, Petagina to head them off. 1.5 lengths, Athenia, followed by Ballyconneely. Princess Eliza further back, flushed there, followed by Type to Type, with Tickle My back second to last in the race, Kingdom Babe. And Venera's last of all, into the back of the 1100. Petagina went out nearly 2 in front of Athenia, working around the outside. Up to second on the outside of Normandy, back on the fence. Encountering Miss is back in the middle. There are 3 in line there. 2 lengths to Ballyconneely. Princess Eliza the inside. 1 further back, Tickle My off the rail. Flushed is deep, a length for Type to Type. 2 to Kingdom Babe. And the Grey Veneer last of all. Off the back of the 8.50 in the last. And the leader, Petagina, 1.5 in front of Athenia. Normandy getting a good run third on the inside of Encountering Miss. Then Ballyconneely. Back in the middle is Tickle My. Flushed out wide, a length further back in the race then. Came Princess Eliza, followed by Kingdom Babe. Veneer gives them 6 lengths start, starting to take off, and Type to Type dropped out. At the 500-metre mark, Petagina from Athenia. Tickle My gets the run through in the centre. Flashed off the track. Normandy's dropped right out, and then Veneer running home well. And Ballyconneely out about 4 deep. On the turn, they race Petagina in front. Tickle My has grabbed it quickly, 1.5 lengths further back, then flushed. And Kingdom Babe and Veneer with a late run, but Tickle My went for home at the 200-metre mark, sprinted 3 in front of Flushed. Veneer right down the outside, but Tickle My at the 150. Young Smith's ridden this well. It's 2 or 3 in front. Running home well out wide as Veneer, but Tickle My wins the last by 1 3/4 lengths, Veneer. Third home in the race is Flushed. A gap in the race, Kingdom Babe. Princess Eliza, Ballyconneely, Athenia, Petagina. Then further back, Encountering Miss, followed by Type to Type. And a poor run by Normandy.
Preordained out wide, got the best of the start. Going out very quickly was Christian Values, who's driving through to head them off and showing plenty of speed. Christian Values shot away from moving to second, Clareville Babe. Along the inside, next is Equipped, and then Preordained back to fourth. 2 lengths away, Starry Strike, Amira. Well back on the inside, then comes
1, 4, 6 at Moonee Valley. 1, 4 and 6. And we'll bring you those approximates shortly. Now, Morfettville on race number 8. They finished 13, 2 and 8. 13, Lungano, 462.10. 2, Voodaloo, 160. And number 8, Clay Fighter, returned $2.30. Quinella, $7.50. Trifecta, $110.10. The Daily Double, 3 and 13, $14.80. And the scratching for 0 at Morfettville, race number 8.
Just in behind them is